An unexpected mock draft pick just sends shockwaves through Browns Nation. And on the other side of the league, a former NFL coach dropped a prediction so bold it could flip Cleveland's future upside down. We're talking about moves that might shake up everything from the coaching staff to the next starting quarterback. Buckle up, because this ride is about to get wild. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's step on to the field of truth. Picture this. It's the 2026 NFL Draft. The Browns are on the clock with the number 2 overall pick, and they don't take Arch Manning. Yeah, you're in that right. According to a fresh projection from NFL Spin Zone, Cleveland selects Garrett Nussmeier over the most famous last name in football. But this isn't some random curveball. This pick speaks to something deeper going on in the Browns front office, maybe even a quiet sense of urgency creeping in behind closed doors. Let's rewind for a second. Cleveland didn't take a QB in the first 2 rounds of the last draft. That wasn't a coincidence. That was strategy. With no major contracts tying their hands, veterans like Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett, of both free agents in 2026, can walk with zero financial baggage. Rookies dealing Graybeal and Shedeur Sanders aren't big hits on the cap either. This creates a clean slate. Warning: if the 2025 season crashes and burns, the front office has full clearance to blow it up. And that's where things get real. If Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski don't deliver now, they might be gone. Drafting a new quarterback wouldn't just be about talent. It'd be about survival. It'd mark the beginning of a new era. And yeah, it might also be a quiet way of moving on from Deshaun Watson. Because despite that monster contract, the vibe on Watson is still unstable. One bad year could be the final straw. So why skip Arch Manning? Sure, the name carries weight. He's Peyton and Eli's nephew, and expectations follow him like a shadow. But at Texas, Arch didn't get much time to shine. Backing up Quinn Ewers, he started just 3 games. He still threw for 939 yards, 13 touchdowns, and only 2 picks. Not bad at all. But Nussmeier, he lit it up. 4,052 yards, 29 touchdowns, 12 picks. And his final 4 games were insane. 9 DDs, just 1 INT. So yeah, Cleveland might be gearing up to go against the hype, the pressure, the easy narrative. But is it the right call? While fans are still trying to digest that bold mock draft projection, there's already a name inside the locker room shaking things up. He's not a future pick. He's already here. And some big voices think he's about to flip the Browns quarterback room on its head.
His name is Shedeur Sanders, and the one vouching for him, none other than Herm Edwards, former NFL coach, ex-player, a guy who's seen it all, and he didn't hold back. When asked who he'd start in a tight competition, he said it flat out. If it's close between a vet and Shedeur, I'm starting the rookie. That quote came during the Coach JB show, and it hit like a sledgehammer. Browns fans and analysts were stunned. This is the 4th quarterback Cleveland brought in for 2025, a 5th rounder, theoretically behind Gabriel, Pickett, and maybe even Flacco. But Herm isn't looking at resumes. He's known Shedeur since he was a kid, thanks to his connection with Deion Sanders, aka Primetime. And anyone who's watched Colorado these past few seasons knows that Deion built his son in his image. Confident, commanding, and fearless. That swagger, which some folks call cocky, might be exactly what this team has been missing. Right now, the Browns QB room is a patchwork of low-risk options. Pickett came over in a deal with Philly, Flacco's back for another year, Gabriel was a 3rd-round flyer, and Sanders, he's the late-round wild card no one saw coming. But if he hits, it changes everything. What's more telling is who the Browns didn't go after. No splashy offers for guys like Kirk Cousins or Daniel Jones. The front office stayed quiet on purpose. They're creating space for something new to grow. And if that something is a 5th-round rookie leapfrogging the vets, Now we're talking storyline of the year. Of course, Shedeur still has plenty to prove, but if you've watched him play, you know the tools are there. Arm talent, pocket awareness, mobility. Now he's got serious backing from voices that matter. Herm Edwards believes if the race is tight, you give the kid the ball. And honestly, when's the last time Cleveland had a young quarterback with real star power? Someone who could bring juice, swagger, and hope all at once. We might be witnessing the start of something. Not with fireworks or the top 3 pick, but quietly, from the bench, waiting until the moment the crowd roars and Shedeur jogs out to the huddle. And when that happens, everything changes. If the Browns really pass on Arch Manning next year and Shedeur Sanders ends up taking over this season, we're not just watching a QB shuffle. We're watching a shift in mindset, a pivot in leadership, a bold bet on courage over comfort. That might cause jobs, but it also might bring this team's identity back from the dead. So what would you do if you were run this show in Cleveland? Drop your take in the comments. And of course, like, subscribe, and spread the word. Go Browns.